As millions of Americans struggle with losing their jobs during this crisis, college grads are struggling to find one. The time after graduation can be crucial in building a career, and due to the pandemic, the search is harder. Here to talk more about this is Paulette Gonzalez, Executive Director at St. John's University Career Services. And Paulette, this may be the worst job market since the Great Depression. What is your overall advice to those looking for a job now? Any tips?
Well, you're right. It does seem that way, and I think it's something we couldn't have foreseen just a couple of months ago. We need to be mindful that our employer partners are going through the same thing, trying to determine how they move forward in this environment. So I would say that all job seekers really need to learn how to become comfortable in a virtual environment, learn how to create a resume and a cover letter that will help distinguish them when an applicant tracking system will see it before a human being does. They also need to be comfortable learning how to do video interviews, having a conversation like this with a screen that maybe is recorded and shared with a human later. So I think that's super important, and learning how to cultivate a network virtually, learning how to use LinkedIn and Facebook and other tools to stay connected to employers, friends and family, and other people in the industry that may be able to help provide information and connections. It's a great time to do research on the industry that you're interested in, the specific companies you think you want to work for, even the roles that you want to have. There's a tremendous amount of research available for you. And consider the skills that employers want in your industry, and do something, gain a skill, take a class, something that will add to your resume and help you stand out.
That's a good idea when you have time on your hands. What is St. John's doing to help graduates navigate this job market?
Well, we're continuing the work that we have been doing with students. Although the move to a virtual environment is more accelerated for many people, we've been working in this way because even prior to the pandemic, employers were moving towards a virtual environment more than 50% of the time, using video conference and telephones to connect with students for the first round. So we're staying in contact. We're doing personal advising one-on-one, either by WebEx, email, or phone. We're hosting webinars to help them build skills and develop the tools that they need to compete in this job market. We are staying in touch with employers to find out what their evolving needs look like, staying connected to our 190,000 alumni in the hopes that they will advocate for their students, or maybe they're also seeking to change jobs. So we're continuing that. We have an amazing host of tools that they can use, like Handshake, which is our job and internship posting platform. It also allows them to access our events. And I think it's really important to note that although it does not appear to be a favorable job market, there are companies that are still hiring. And in this tool, Handshake, we have 500 companies that are actively hiring. We have over 1,100 jobs in the tri-state area that our students and graduates can apply for. So I think that there are things that students can do and graduates can do to move forward. We do have tools like Big Interview that students can use to build up those skill sets. So I think that our students and those at other colleges who access their career services teams can really get the help they need.
All right, some positive news. Are there any majors that are better positioned to get a job right now?
I think that most people, after watching the news, would tend to think that healthcare, business, education, those are really the ones that stand out for most people. But I think that as opportunities grow in this marketplace, I think there's an opportunity for all majors.
All right, Paulette, thanks for the work you're doing with these young people, and good luck to all the grads.
Thank you very much for having me.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.